Most people spend their entire lives chasing things that don't truly matter. Money, approval, status. But by the time they finally understand the truth, it's already too late. The Stoic philosophers believe that life is not meant to be comfortable. It is meant to test you, break you, and rebuild you stronger. Nearly 2,000 years ago, the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote something that still shocks people today. He said, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." In other words, life is short, and if you don't understand its brutal truths early enough, you will waste the most precious thing you have, your time. Today, we're going to explore 15 brutal truths about life that most people learn far too late. And once you understand them, your mindset will never be the same again. Truth number 1, nobody is coming to save you. One of the hardest truths about life is this: no one is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your family, not society. From childhood, we are taught to believe that someone will appear at the right moment and solve our problems. But Stoicism teaches the exact opposite. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Don't hope that events will happen as you wish. Accept them as they happen." The world does not owe you anything. If you want a better life, you must build it yourself. If you want strength, you must develop it yourself. If you want success, you must earn it yourself. Waiting for help is one of the fastest ways to remain stuck. The moment you accept that your life is your responsibility, something powerful happens. You stop complaining. You stop blaming others, and you finally begin to take control. Truth number 2, most people don't care about you. This may sound harsh, but it is incredibly freeing. Most people are too busy worrying about their own lives to care about yours. The embarrassment you fear, the mistakes you regret, the judgments you imagine, almost nobody is thinking about them. The Stoics understood this very clearly. Seneca once wrote that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. People spend years afraid of what others might think. They avoid opportunities. They hide their true personality. They stay silent when they should speak. But the truth is simple. The world is not watching you as closely as you think. And once you realize this, you gain something incredibly valuable. Freedom. Freedom to try. Freedom to fail. Freedom to live authentically. Truth number 3, comfort is the enemy of growth. Modern life is designed to keep you comfortable. Comfortable food, comfortable entertainment, comfortable habits. But comfort slowly weakens the human mind. The Stoics deliberately practiced discomfort. They took cold baths. They fasted. They slept on hard beds. Why? Because they understood something most people forget. A comfortable life creates a fragile mind. A difficult life creates a strong one. When you avoid challenges, your tolerance for pain becomes smaller. But when you face hardship willingly, you become resilient. This is why the most powerful people in history often face the hardest lives. Struggle forces you to grow. Comfort slowly destroys you. Truth number 4, time is your most valuable asset. Most people treat time as if it were infinite. They waste hours scrolling on their phones. They procrastinate. They delay their dreams. But Stoic philosophers constantly reminded themselves of death, not in a negative way, but in a realistic way. Marcus Aurelius practiced something called memento mori. It means, remember, you will die. This reminder was not meant to create fear. It was meant to create urgency. When you truly understand that your time is limited, everything changes. You stop wasting your days. You focus on what actually matters. You become intentional about your life because time, once gone, never returns. Truth number 5. Your mind can be your greatest enemy. The biggest battle you will ever fight is not with the world. It is with your own mind. Your thoughts can create fear where none exists. They can create doubt when opportunity appears. They can destroy confidence even when you are capable. Epictetus believed that it is not events that disturb us, but our interpretation of them. Two people can experience the same situation. One becomes stronger, the other becomes bitter. The difference is not the event. The difference is the mindset. Learning to control your thoughts is one of the most powerful skills you can develop, because once you master your mind, you become unstoppable. Truth number 6. You cannot control everything. One of the biggest causes of suffering in life is trying to control things that are simply beyond your control. People try to control other people's opinions, the past, the future, events that haven't even happened yet. But Stoicism teaches a powerful principle known as the dichotomy of control. It was taught by the Stoic philosopher Epictetus. According to him, life can be divided into two simple categories: things you can control and things you cannot control. You can control your actions, your reactions, your discipline, your mindset. But you cannot control other people, the past, the economy, luck. Most people waste their entire lives fighting battles they can never win. Stoicism teaches you something different. Instead of trying to control everything, focus only on controlling yourself. When you master this mindset, life becomes much lighter. Truth number 7. Failure is the greatest teacher society. Teaches us to fear failure. Schools punish mistakes. People laugh at those who fail. But Stoic philosophy views failure very differently. Failure is not something to avoid. It is something to learn from. The Roman philosopher Seneca believed that hardship is necessary for growth. Without struggle, strength cannot exist. Think about the strongest people you know. Almost all of them went through difficult times, rejection, loss, failure. But instead of quitting, they used those experiences to become stronger. Failure teaches lessons that success never can. It shows you your weaknesses. It forces you to adapt. It builds resilience. So the next time you fail, don't see it as the end. See it as training. Truth number 8. Most people live on autopilot. Look around you. Most people wake up, go to work, come home, scroll their phones, sleep, and repeat the same cycle for decades. They rarely question their habits. They rarely question their beliefs. They rarely question their direction in life. The Stoics believe that living without reflection is one of the greatest tragedies of human life. Every night, the Stoic philosopher Seneca practiced something powerful. He reviewed his entire day. He asked himself, what did I do well? What mistakes did I make? How can I improve tomorrow? This simple habit creates awareness, and awareness is the first step toward change. If you never examine your life, you may wake up one day and realize decades have passed without real progress. Truth number 9. Your emotions can control you. Human emotions are powerful. Anger, jealousy, fear, anxiety. These emotions can completely control a person's behavior. A single moment of anger can destroy years of relationships. A moment of fear can stop someone from pursuing their dreams. But Stoicism does not teach emotional suppression. Instead, it teaches emotional mastery. Marcus Aurelius believed that emotions are natural, but reacting blindly to them is dangerous. When something frustrating happens, pause. Observe your reaction. Ask yourself, is my reaction helping the situation or making it worse? This small moment of awareness can prevent countless mistakes. The Stoics understood something deeply important. A strong mind does not eliminate emotions. It learns how to control them. Truth number 10. People will judge you. No matter what, one of the biggest fears people have is being judged by others. They fear criticism. They fear rejection. They fear looking foolish. But here is the brutal truth. People will judge you no matter what you do. If you chase success, some people will call you arrogant. If you stay quiet, some people will call you weak. If you follow your own path, some people will call you strange. You cannot control what people say about you, but you can control how much power you give their opinions. Marcus Aurelius once reminded himself, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." In other words, stop worrying about what others think. Focus on becoming the person you want to be. Truth number 11. Discipline is more important than motivation. Most people wait for motivation before they take action. They say things like, "I'll start tomorrow. I'll do it when I feel ready. I just need more motivation." But the Stoics understood something that modern society often ignores. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. Some days you feel inspired, other days you feel tired, distracted, or lazy. If your progress depends on motivation, you will move forward only occasionally. But discipline is different. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to rise early in the morning and face his duties. He wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, 'I am rising to do the work of a human being.' Discipline creates consistency, and consistency creates results." Truth number 12. You become what you repeatedly do. Your life is not shaped by a single decision. It is shaped by your daily habits. Small actions repeated every day slowly build your future. If you waste hours every day, years will disappear without progress. But if you improve just a little every day, your life will completely transform over time. The Stoics believed in practicing virtue daily, not once a week, not once a month, but every single day. Your habits become your character, and your character becomes your destiny. Truth number 13. Pain is a part of life. Most people spend their lives trying to avoid pain. They avoid difficult conversations, they avoid challenges, they avoid responsibility. But pain is unavoidable. Loss will happen. Failure will happen. Hard times will happen. Stoicism teaches something powerful. Pain is not the enemy. Your reaction to pain is what matters. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Difficulties show what men are. Hardship reveals your true character. It shows whether you are strong or fragile. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to become stronger." Truth number 14. External success will not bring inner peace. Many people believe happiness will come when they achieve certain things, when they earn more money, when they gain more status, when they receive more recognition. But history shows something different. Many successful people are still unhappy because external success cannot fix internal problems. Stoicism teaches that true peace comes from within, from self-control, from wisdom, from understanding what truly matters in life. If your happiness depends entirely on external things, it will always remain fragile. But if it comes from your character and mindset, no one can take it away. Truth number 15. One day your life will end. This is the final and most important truth. One day your life will end. Every person who has ever lived has faced this reality. Kings, warriors, philosophers, ordinary people. Death is not meant to scare you. In Stoic philosophy, it is meant to remind you to live fully. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself of mortality, not because he was pessimistic, but because he wanted to make every day meaningful. When you truly understand that life is temporary, you stop wasting time on meaningless things. You focus on what truly matters, your character, your purpose, your actions. Because at the end of life, that is all that remains. The Stoics believed that life is not about avoiding difficulty. It is about becoming strong enough to face it. The brutal truths we discuss today may sound harsh, but they are also incredibly liberating. Because once you accept them, you stop living in illusion. You stop waiting for life to become easier, and you start becoming stronger. The Stoic philosophers understood something that many people still struggle to accept. Life will test you. It will challenge you. It will push you beyond your comfort zone. But every challenge is an opportunity to build a stronger mind and a stronger character. So remember this: you cannot control everything that happens in life, but you can always control how you respond. And that single power can change everything